Hey, it's Brandon here with Red Tree Builders. Thank you for joining us today as we talk about custom home building. As always, I want to tell you that we appreciate everyone who subscribes. We're trying to put up videos every week, really talking about custom home building, healthy green building, and then just the experience of building, just so we talk about the client experience and demystify really what custom home building is about. Now, not everybody gets the luxury of building a custom home. Maybe you're getting a chance to build your first one, or maybe you build a couple. And no matter what, every builder pretty much has a different process. So let me give you 5 questions to be asking builders as you're interviewing them to find the builder for you. So it goes without question that good rapport, good chemistry, conversation is obviously a key when you're talking about a custom home builder, because this is going to be a long process that you're going to have with them. But the first question I ask them is, what is your process? What is your customer experience? How do you take me from design, how do you handle design, estimating, to build, to warranty? Show me what that process is. What does that include? What you really want to look for is, do we have a partnership? Do we have a process? Do we have expectations of me and you, and how do we get those delivered? Processes are key. The early days of our building company, we were building amazing homes, but we didn't really have a customer experience. We didn't have a process nailed down. And that's been a key for us, and it's made a huge difference in our build, the quality of build, the speed at which we're building, and obviously the amount of positive feedback from that. So just ask about, what is your process? How is our journey going to be done? If your builder can map that out, that gives you confidence. Number 2, references. Now, of course, everybody tells you to call references. But let me give you 2 tidbits, bonuses here. Is when you're calling references to past clients, ask them, what was the things that went really well? And then ask them, what are the things that didn't go as well, or that we should be on the outlook for? Maybe even ask them a little bit about the process. How has the builder been after that you moved in? They've been responsive. Now, here is my other bonus I want to give you. Is don't only ask on the past client ones, but ask for trade partners. Ask for their lumber supplier. Ask for their number 2, number 3 suppliers or trades. And here's what you're wanting to do there. The lumber supplier, you want to make sure, how long have they been working with you? And how do they pay their bills on time? Their top trades, from the HVAC, plumber, and electrician. How is it to work with them? How long have you been working with them? Are you getting paid? Now, here's the reason why you want to know that they get paid. You want to make sure that the vendors and trades are getting paid so you don't get a lien put on your property. But it also builds confidence and trust that they're not just bouncing around, that they've built relationships, and it feels very stable. So I find that that is one of the key areas you really want to be calling on, is the references of the trades, of the vendors. Number 3, what kind of contract do you use? So a lot of builders do it so many different ways, but here's the 3 main ways. Fixed price with allowances. The question there is, how do you come up with allowances? What are they based on? Or there's builders that do open book plus a percentage of the cost. You need to figure out, how does that look, and how are we setting budgets and all that. And then there's open book plus a builder fee. So there's the 3 ways. You got to find out what works best for you. It goes back to the process of how they're setting up estimates, how they're creating micro allowances. But that'll give you a good tell, and then we get into finances, which leads me to number 4. How do you do billing? Who does your bookkeeping? Now, a lot of times there's custom home builders that are bigger firms that have bookkeeping in-house. And how current is that? But then there's some builders that might be doing it on the nights and weekends, or every couple of weeks. To really find out, how is the books being done? How do you handle books? Who's doing your books? How current are those? How accurate are those? And that's really what you want to know. You want to know that no matter if it's fixed or open, but that is really a key factor in how it can go. There's 2 things that can go super haywire custom home building. It's expectations and budget. You should be talking about them early and often, and they have to align as best as they can through the whole process. So again, we get back into process. Here's a little bonus that I just thought of. Change orders. How do you handle change orders? What is a change order in your business? You know, change orders can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. It's not a bad word, or I guess it's a phrase. It can be an opportunity to really to make the house even better. But how do we handle change orders, and how does that process work? That's really good to know way before you get into a build. Number 5. So I'm in the state of North Carolina. In the state of North Carolina, you have to be a licensed general contractor. Anything over $30,000 should be permitted with a licensed firm. Now, here's what this means to you, is that you can ask everybody that you're interviewing for, what is your license number? Then you can go to the North Carolina License Board for General Contractors, look them up. There's 2 things to be kind of looking at there. You can call the license board, see if there's been any complaints, any filings against the firm that you're looking at. But the second thing to really look at is what limit of classification do they have as a general contractor? There's 3 classifications. Luckily, it took me a while to be able to do it, but finally, many years ago, I think it's been a few years ago, we finally got unclassified, which means we can build up, don't have a dollar limit, but there's also a $500,000 cap and $1 million cap. So you want to make sure that your builder can build up to the limit of contract price that you're doing. Number 1 reason is that's all legally that they can actually build up to. You know, a lot of people don't know about the license and that there is classifications on that. So just take a little time, ask that. You'd be shocked. I haven't been asked that question in a couple of years. We typically share it, we put it on some marketing material, but I can come to find out that I don't think people know that we have to be licensed and what kind of classification. And we say, hey, you know, everybody that you're talking to, you're talking about $1 million build. Make sure you're talking to people with unlimited license. And you can kind of get that stare back. So be aware of that for the state of North Carolina. Other states I know are totally different. So this is just for North Carolina. Again, thank you for joining us. And hopefully those 5 questions will help you find the custom home builder that is right for you, that can build the home that you're looking to have, and that you can have a great experience in.